head of the record company at that time was Sylvia Rohn. She felt like there was going to be problems with Dawn.
Dawn wanted to go in a different direction.
There's differing opinions on why Dawn left and why Terry went to do her solo album.
I was in agreement with what they wanted to do, just not how they wanted to do it. Sylvia Rohn wanted an agreement from us that we were gonna honor our contract.
Salute squad and welcome to the Mr.Goodbread reaction channel, where we learn how not to be a dummy from some well-paid dummies. We watch and study these stars and entertainers so we know how the broke folks in our community is going to behave. And today we got a sad one, yo. Old girl from En Vogue, Dawn, the one that broke the team up. She's crying broke now, guys. And if y'all notice the pattern with our childhood entertainment and heroes, either the men is all fruity and the women is all broke now, guys, because this is what happened when you get money that you did not really earn and you do not really deserve and you don't know how to manage. You get lucky. You see, lucky is different. When you get money and don't know how you got the money, you ain't gonna keep it and you can't duplicate it again. You can't get that money again. Now, there ain't no reason why any of these celebrities is crying broke right now in 2025. It's just a sheer mismanagement of funds, period. Now, for those of you who might not know who En Vogue is, let's take it back.
So it's 1990, Hold On's the first single.
It almost took off overnight.
We were over the moon. It was just amazing.
#1 on the Billboard charts.
The black dresses that we wore in the video, that caught on. Girls everywhere were wearing these tight little black dresses.
And to this day, you hear us sing together, and it's just a blend that's just so magical.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Everybody's voice is different. Each part to me sounds like a solo.
We were always on the cutting edge of fashion. And then of course the other thing was, I think that we had really great music. It was lightning in a jar.
Everything that we wanted was on the table.
I remember how it used to be.
Funky Divas. That's what really took us to the next level. After the success of the Funky Divas CD, the dynamics of the group started changing.
Whenever you go platinum, the first contract you did goes out the window. Bam, it's gone.
We began renegotiating our production deal with Denzel Foster and Thomas McElroy. Our manager and all the group members felt like, it'll be better if you're signed directly to the label.
Once Tommy and Denny were out of the picture and the record company was in control,
that's when things started fracturing. Head of the record company at that time was Sylvia Rohn. She felt like there was going to be problems with Dawn.
So Sylvia, in her mind, was a divide and conquer. I want to get Dawn and Terry distracted, keep these other two hoes over here broke.
It was supposed to be another En Vogue album. That didn't happen. It turned into my CD.
Ooh, I never knew you wanted me this way.
Terry, how can you stay in the studio when you know we had a plan? We didn't call her on that enough.
And I said, look, I have bills to pay.
Well, we all had bills to pay.
Dawn wanted to go in a different direction.
There's differing opinions on why Dawn left and why Terry went to do her solo album.
I was in agreement with what they wanted to do, just not how they wanted to do it. Sylvia Rohn wanted an agreement from us that we were gonna honor our contract.
Commit to doing this work with us for 2 years, put everything on the back burner.
And she said, when can you let me know if you're gonna be in the group or out? And I said, you know what, if you need an answer, I'll give it to you right now. I'll tell all of you. I'm out.
And that's when it fell apart.
Sad part about this is how she chose to break the group up. And if they would have stayed together, they would have made tons of money and she might not even be in the predicament that she's in today. But she was feeling herself and chose to go solo. And look, that was obviously not the best decision because you messed that up. And now you get no more money and your teammates, they ain't even trying to help you. They ain't even trying to help you.
And that's when it fell apart. She decided, okay, I can't do it. I can't stay.
To make a long story short, the record company said, you know what? We're gonna let you girls go.
Bye-bye. And I do believe that had we stayed a foursome, we would have continued on to even greater success.
It's a winter day, 5 years too late.
I am back in the group. People think that I left because I wanted to be a diva, and that wasn't it at all. I was just put into a situation where we weren't making money.
I think everybody's ready to put the past behind them. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park.
I don't know. I have no idea. Anything is possible.
And Vogue ain't gone nowhere. We did it first, so we'll do it again.
And this be a reason why groups never make it, bro, because everybody's future relies in everybody else's hands. And all it takes is for one big head, one person in the group to get the big head, and they'll be the ones dictating and making all the decisions for everybody else on that team, guys. Now let's get into what she said about being homeless.
You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. Ah! I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. Let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA, and he said, you need to come back to LA. Okay. And he said that I could stay with him. And so I was like, okay. He's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months. Oh my God, you guys. Because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I looked at a place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would tell him ahead of time, of course. And then he wouldn't meet me there, and so I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. I mean, I felt like he was playing games, and I knew he was playing games, and I wasn't the one. I'm like, come on, I'm trying to make this easier on you because financially, I know it's got to be hard. You're paying your rent and you're paying my hotel. His apartment was $1,700 a month. And then my hotel was over $3,000. Yep. So, and I was always stressed every week because he would pay weekly for the hotel. So every week I was like, oh my God, can you afford it? Are you okay? And he's like, no, I can't, but I'm getting it together. What? You're the one who said to go to the hotel and you're not approving any of the apartments. Like, it would be so much cheaper to just get me into an apartment. Like, what's the problem? Sometimes I think, you guys, people want to trap you and keep you in a situation where you're vulnerable and depending on them. And I wasn't the one. So, yeah, I got out of there. So there's 2 people that I have in my life that are keeping me going. Actually 3. One is my forever mother-in-law. I dated her son. Of course, we're no longer together. And she's like my, oh my gosh, my go-to. And then I have my assistant, Nisi. Sorry. Nisi is, whoo, you guys, I swear, every day, she's like, Diva, she calls me Diva. You can do this, you got this. Oh, and the third person is Evan, my brother, Evan. And Nisi, I think I'm going to go and sleep in my car. I think I'm going to live in my car. I've been researching it, and I know I can do this. And she's like, yeah, you can. She was gung-ho, and I was like, okay. So I went up to Malibu. You know, Malibu is the place where you can take Highway 1 all the way from New York, literally. And it's kind of the place where everybody stops along the way when they're coming from the East Coast and they're heading west, you know, to California to make their dreams come true, to start a new life. March 9th, 2022 is when I left the hotel. And I got to Malibu, and the music on the radio was Avant, Sailing by Avant. I like Christopher Cross's version as well, but this version was like perfect timing. It was so beautiful. Both of them are beautiful, but it was the moment the sun was going down, it was setting, and it was just like I was filming, and it was beautiful. So I didn't regret anything. I was just scared that night. That first night was scary.
Some sad stuff, but like I said before, you got to learn how to manage your funds. You got to put a little bit under the mattress and a little bit in the bank. Take a little bit out at a time. You ain't got to take the whole thing out and make yourself hot when you working for the devil and you in this entertainment business. But you got to learn how to get some of that money and stash it on the low, guys. Get some of that money and stash it. As long as you pay the taxes on the withdrawal, you straight. The IRS not coming for you. Just pay the taxes on the withdrawal. And a lot of you celebrities, man, y'all just get complacent and y'all get reliant on the devil. And I know I'm going to have a lot of y'all in my comment section talking about, oh, be nice, and this could be me, and this and that, and it can't be, because I don't take blessings that's not from God. And God ain't going to give you anything that he going to take from you. So everything that I get, I earned, and I'm going to keep. So let's stop being dumb. Let's stop it, yo. Let's stop being complacent. Let's start pouring into ourselves, and let's start managing our emotions. Let's stop setting so much desires, because that's what we blow the money on. We blow the money on the desires and how we feel in the present. And then when we get to our future, we ain't got nothing. That's what's going on with all of these celebrities, guys. So I'll meet y'all in the comment section. For the rest of y'all, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see y'all later.